In the quiet moments of dawn, as the first rays of sunlight peek through the curtains, there lies a profound opportunity for connection, a moment to engage in prayer. When you pray this morning, "God sends His angels to protect your home," is not just a statement. It is an invitation to experience divine intervention in our everyday lives. The act of prayer serves as a bridge between the earthly and the celestial, a channel through which we communicate with God, seeking His guidance and protection. Throughout the Bible, prayer is depicted as a powerful tool for believers. In Philippians 4:6-7, we are reminded not to be anxious about anything but to present our requests to God in prayer. This simple yet profound act invites God's presence into our lives, allowing His peace to guard our hearts and minds. The promise is clear. When we reach out in faith, we are met with divine assurance, and this includes the protection of our homes and loved ones. Consider the story of Daniel, who, despite being thrown into a den of lions for his unwavering faith, remained steadfast in his prayer life. It is said that God sent His angels to shut the mouths of the lions, ensuring Daniel's safety. This narrative illustrates the power of prayer and the protective role of angels. Just as Daniel was shielded from harm, we too can find comfort in knowing that God's angels are dispatched to safeguard our homes and families when we earnestly seek Him. In Psalm 91:11, we find a beautiful affirmation of this promise. "For He will command His angels concerning you to guard you in all your ways." This verse encapsulates the assurance that when we turn to God in prayer, His angels are assigned to protect us. This protection is not merely a physical barrier. It encompasses emotional and spiritual safety as well. In times of turmoil, fear, or uncertainty, we can rest in the knowledge that we are not alone. God is attentive to our prayers, and His angels are ever watchful. Imagine starting your day with a heartfelt prayer, inviting God into your home and asking for His angels to surround and protect every corner of your dwelling. This simple act can transform not just your day, but the atmosphere of your home. It is in these moments that we take a stand against negativity, doubt, and fear, choosing instead to embrace hope and faith. The act of praying becomes a declaration of trust, a commitment to rely on God's promises. The story of Job serves as another profound example. Despite losing everything, Job remained faithful to God, continually praying and seeking His presence. Through his trials, God sent His angels to comfort and restore him, ultimately blessing him with even greater abundance than before. This illustrates the cyclical nature of prayer and divine intervention. Our prayers invite God's angels to work on our behalf, bringing restoration and peace even in our darkest hours. As we reflect on these biblical accounts, it is vital to understand that prayer is not a ritualistic duty, but a relational engagement with God. When we take the time to pray, we open our hearts and homes to divine protection. This invitation extends to our families, loved ones, and even our communities. Through our prayers, we can intercede for those around us, asking God to send His angels to shield them from harm. The protective power of prayer is not limited to physical dangers. In the spiritual realm, prayer acts as a fortress, guarding against negativity and despair that can infiltrate our homes. When we pray, we invite God's light to dispel darkness, creating an environment filled with love, peace, and joy. This atmosphere becomes a sanctuary, a place where His presence dwells, and His angels work tirelessly to protect us. In our modern world, where distractions abound and fears often loom large, The act of praying in the morning can set the tone for the entire day. It serves as a reminder of our reliance on God and His unwavering commitment to protecting us. Each prayer becomes a powerful affirmation that we trust in His plan, even when circumstances seem overwhelming. The angels sent by God are not merely figments of imagination. They are real beings tasked with the responsibility of guarding and guiding us. Hebrews 1:14 states, "Are not all angels ministering spirits sent to serve those who will inherit salvation?" This assurance invites us to acknowledge their presence and role in our lives. When we pray, we are tapping into a divine network of protection that transcends our understanding, ensuring that we are not left vulnerable. As you consider the significance of morning prayer, take a moment to reflect on the spaces you inhabit, the rooms of your home, the people you love, and the dreams you hold dear. Each of these elements is worthy of divine protection. When you pray this morning, remember that with each word spoken in faith, God sends His angels to fortify your home, enveloping it in a shield of love and safety. The promise of God's watchful care transforms our everyday lives into extraordinary experiences of divine presence, affirming that we are never alone. In this sacred exchange of prayer, we find not just protection, but a profound sense of peace and hope that transcends all understanding. When you engage in prayer, envision it as an open channel through which your heartfelt concerns ascend to the heavens. In doing so, you invite a celestial response that resonates deeply within the very fabric of your home. The act of prayer is not merely a ritual. Rather, it is a sacred conversation with God, a dialogue where your pleas for protection are met with divine assurance. Each morning, as you rise and engage in this powerful practice, you can be certain that God sends His angels to envelop your dwelling in a protective embrace, creating a sanctuary where love and safety reign. Think of the angels as guardians, luminous beings who are tasked with watching over you and your loved ones. They are not distant entities. They are intimately aware of your struggles, your joys, and your aspirations. Each prayer serves as a beacon, guiding these celestial protectors to your home, ensuring that you are shielded from harm. This divine presence manifests in countless ways, often in moments where you might least expect it. Consider the story of a family that faced the daunting challenge of financial hardship. The weight of uncertainty hung over them like a storm cloud, casting shadows on their hopes. In this trying time, the mother began each day with prayer, seeking not just provision but divine protection over their home. As the days turned into weeks, she noticed a remarkable shift. Neighbors began to offer help. Some provided meals while others extended job opportunities. It was as if the angels, responding to her prayers, moved the hearts of those around her to act. The family not only found the support they needed, but also discovered an unexpected strength within themselves, transforming adversity into a deeper connection with their community. This narrative illustrates how prayer acts as a catalyst for divine intervention, allowing angels to work through the actions of others. It's a reminder that when you pray, you are not merely seeking personal protection, but also invoking a network of goodwill and support that surrounds your home. The act of inviting God's angels to protect your sanctuary extends beyond physical safety. It cultivates an environment where love, empathy, and kindness flourish. Another angle to explore is the power of prayer in safeguarding emotional well-being. In our fast-paced world, stress and anxiety can infiltrate our homes, creating turbulence that disrupts peace. However, when you pray each morning, you are invoking a shield against these negative forces, Imagine a father who, after losing his job, felt the weight of despair creeping into his home. Each morning he took a moment to pray, laying bare his fears and doubts before God. He asked for guidance and protection, not just for himself, but for his wife and children who were affected by the uncertainty. As he continued this practice, he noticed a transformation. The heaviness began to lift. He found solace in the stillness that enveloped him after prayer, and gradually he began to radiate a sense of calm. His family in turn felt this change, and their home became a refuge, filled with hope and resilience. Through his prayers, he had invoked angels that protected not only their physical space, but also fortified their emotional bonds, reminding them that they were united in faith and love. The role of angels extends into our relationships as well. When you pray for protection over your home, you are also praying for harmony within your family. Picture a household where communication has faltered, where misunderstandings and quarrels have become commonplace. A mother, aware of the discord, turns to prayer, asking God to send his angels to mend the rifts and foster understanding. As she persists in this practice, she begins to notice subtle changes. Conversations that once ended in frustration now flow more easily. The children are more willing to share their feelings and the atmosphere lightens. It becomes evident that the angels, responding to her prayer, are guiding their hearts toward reconciliation. This story illustrates that prayer is not just about seeking protection from external threats. It is about creating a nurturing environment where love prevails, allowing families to thrive. Let's not overlook the spiritual dimension of prayer and its role in inviting divine protection. When you pray, you're also opening your heart to the divine wisdom that flows through you. This connection serves as a reminder of your inherent strength and resilience. A young woman, feeling lost and overwhelmed by life's challenges, turned to prayer for clarity and protection over her home. As she prayed, she felt a surge of inspiration that led her to take bold steps in her career and personal life. The angels, responding to her earnest prayer, filled her with courage to pursue new opportunities. In doing so, she transformed her home into a place of creativity and growth. The protective influence of her prayers not only safeguarded her physical space, but also cultivated an atmosphere of empowerment and ambition. You might wonder how to deepen your own practice of prayer for protection. Start by creating a sacred space within your home, perhaps a corner with candles, photographs, or meaningful objects. Each morning, take a few moments to breathe deeply, center yourself, and express your intentions. Speak openly about what you seek: protection, guidance, love, and strength. Visualize the angels surrounding your home, shielding it with their wings, creating a fortress of light. As you incorporate this practice into your daily routine, remain open to the signs of divine intervention. Sometimes, protection may come in the form of unexpected opportunities, a reassuring word from a friend, or a sense of peace amid chaos. The angels are always at work, responding to your prayers in ways that may surprise you. In conclusion, when you pray this morning, remember the incredible promise that God sends his angels to protect your home. This act of faith not only envelops your dwelling in safety, but also transforms your life in profound ways. Through the lens of prayer, you will find that the angels are not just protectors, they are facilitators of hope, love, and resilience. Embrace this divine assurance and let it guide you in your everyday life, knowing that you are never alone in your journey. As you rise each morning, consider the transformative power of prayer. It is not merely a ritual or a habit, but a profound connection with the divine, a lifeline that ushers in divine protection. When you pray, you invite God into your home, allowing Him to send His angels to guard and shield you and your loved ones. This sacred act serves as a reminder that you are enveloped in divine safety, creating a sanctuary where hope flourishes. To practically apply this concept, begin your day with intention. Create a dedicated space for prayer, perhaps near a window where the sunlight can pour in, symbolizing the warmth of God's presence. As you bow your head, express your gratitude for the blessings in your life. This simple act of appreciation opens the door for divine intervention. Acknowledge your challenges, but do so with the confidence that God is listening. Speak your fears and worries into existence, and then release them, trusting in His power to protect your home. In your prayers, invite the angels into your life. You might say, "Lord, I ask that you send your angels to protect my home and fill it with peace." Visualize these celestial beings, radiant and powerful, surrounding your dwelling. They are not just ethereal figures. They are sent to guard your heart, your family, and your environment. Imagine them standing watch at your door, repelling negativity and fear while fostering an atmosphere of love and safety. Throughout your day, maintain an awareness of this protection. When faced with difficult situations, remember the angels standing by your side. For instance, if a confrontation arises at work or in a personal relationship, pause and breathe deeply. Call upon the angels to guide your words and actions. You might find that the tension dissipates, replaced by understanding and resolution. This practice nurtures trust in the divine, reinforcing that you are supported in every aspect of your life. Moreover, consider the power of collective prayer. Gather your family or friends to pray together, establishing a fortress of faith around your home. This shared experience amplifies the protective energy, creating a unified intention that resonates with the divine. It can be as simple as lighting a candle and sharing what you are grateful for, followed by prayers for protection and guidance. The angels thrive on this communal connection, weaving their protective wings around you all. As you navigate the complexities of life, remember that adversity often brings opportunities for growth. When challenges emerge, view them through the lens of faith. Perhaps a financial setback leads to a newfound resourcefulness, or a personal loss opens avenues for deeper connections with others. By trusting that God has a greater plan, you empower yourself to transform obstacles into stepping stones. The angels are there to help you recognize these moments, illuminating paths that you might otherwise overlook. In times of uncertainty, keep your heart aligned with the divine. Meditation can be a powerful tool for this, allowing you to quiet your mind and listen for guidance. Spend a few moments each day in silence, focusing on your breath and inviting the presence of angels into your thoughts. You might receive insights about your current situation, or simply feel a sense of peace washing over you. This connection reinforces your faith, reminding you that you are never alone. As you grow deeper in your practice, consider journaling your experiences. Document the moments when you feel the angel's presence or when your prayers are answered. This record becomes a testament to the divine protection surrounding your home, serving as a source of encouragement during difficult times. Reflecting on these entries can reignite your faith and strengthen your resolve to continue inviting God's angels into your life. Every evening, take a moment to reflect on the day's events. Offer thanks for the protection you received, even in the smallest of moments. Recognize the times when you felt guided or supported, and celebrate the love that filled your home. By cultivating this gratitude, You reinforce a cycle of positive energy that attracts even more blessings. In conclusion, as you engage in this daily practice of prayer, remember that you are inviting God's angels to protect your home. You are not merely reciting words, you are creating a powerful intention that reverberates through the universe. This sacred connection is a source of strength, guiding you through challenges and filling your life with hope and resilience. Embrace the assurance that divine protection is always at your side. When you pray this morning, God sends His angels to protect your home.